All right, so I just got back from training a jiu-jitsu session and went to the grocery store to pick up my grocery haul for my protein sparing modified fast. For those who watched my video about the Family Man diet, you'll know that protein sparing modified fast is part of the program where we eat just protein and lean meats for breakfast and lunch and then have a more regular dinner. But I'm actually gonna change things up. I'm gonna do a 30-day protein sparing modified fast challenge. So I'm just gonna do protein sparing modified fast for 30 days. I am going to allow myself have 4 free meals. So for those that don't know, a free meal is not the same thing as a cheat meal where you can eat whatever you want as much as you want. It's just allowing yourself to eat a normal meal that would be a normal meal you'd eat with your family. So I've got a birthday coming up in a couple days. My son's birthday is in a couple days. So I just found that I think it's smarter to allow for free meals. Some people think that's cheating and that you shouldn't do that, but we always have things going on in life, and I think it's better to prepare for that, because sometimes whenever you're trying to have everything go perfect and you want to do 30-day challenge straight, no cheating, what often happens is you just delay starting because you're looking into the calendar for some perfect time to do that. And I think it's better just to start, get it done, and allow yourself a couple free meals. So I'm gonna allow myself 4 free meals. Other than that, I'm eating a strict protein sparing modified fast, 30 days. My goal is to lose 20 pounds. That's what I hope. We'll see where we land but I think for people that are starting a diet that are above 20% body fat, maybe in the mid-20s or higher, do what you want, but I think it could be good to actually do a more aggressive diet. So that's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm at about mid-20s% body fat. I'm gonna try to lose 20 pounds in the next 30 days. And I just wanna show you guys what I got at the store. So first thing, I got light tuna, seasoned with vegetable broth. Just make sure not to get the one with olive oil. It's gonna have the extra fat, because on a protein sparing modified fast, just to catch you up, those that don't know, we're gonna be eating just almost as much pure protein. So we're fasting from everything but protein and trying to get as few carbs and fats as possible. And typically I will take fish oil and a multivitamin for my essential fatty acids and to make sure I'm getting all my minerals and vitamins. But people have different standards for what they'll allow. Some people want almost pure protein, almost 0 carbs, 0 fat, and I want to get as close to that as possible, but sometimes I think people take the protein sparing modified fast a little too strict, and allowing for a little bit, I'll show you some stuff that I'm talking about, can make the difference of making the diet really hard or easy. So starting with 1, tuna in water or vegetable broth, not in oil. Next, I've got lunch meats. Just make sure you're picking ones with low fat, little to no added sugar. So this one, roast beef, we've got 70 calories per serving, 1.5 grams of fat, and less than 1 gram of sugar, has 1 carbohydrate. So for me, that's a pass on protein sparing modified fast. Next, we got turkey, also 70 calories, 2 grams of fat, 1 carb. So that's good in my book. And I even got cherry wood smoked ham, which I hardly ever eat ham, but trust me, when you're doing a protein sparing modified fast, eating the same foods, chicken breast, turkey breast over and over, it's good to have a little variety, even if it's ham. So don't usually eat this on a regular diet, but it's after a while, it's gonna be a nice change of pace. Next, I've got wild caught flounder, whitefish, do cod, whatever, but you can see that the whole container has 200 calories, 35 grams of protein, 5 grams of fat. So great option. Here's one that you may or may not have at your grocery store, depending on where you live, but if you're in Texas, H-E-B, most of them have fat-free cheese. It's nowhere near as good as regular cheese, but again, we'll do what we can take. And this allows me to make certain things, quesadillas. I even make this mock pizza with it where I will do egg whites, cheese, garlic, and put some tomato sauce on top of it. And sounds not that great, but a week or two into a protein sparing modified fast, it's gonna taste pretty good. Next, what do we got? I've got shrimp, boiled shrimp, and it's late. I haven't had dinner, so I got this. It's gonna be my easy dinner for tonight. So I'm gonna set that over here. Next, we've got bone broth. It's got sodium, some electrolytes. It's 40 calories a cup, 0 fat, 0 carbs, 9 grams of protein. It's gonna be mostly in the form of collagen protein, but especially when we're gonna be dropping water, losing electrolytes, a cup of bone broth can be a nice addition. So got some bone broth. Next, let's see. This is almost a must for a protein sparing modified fast or anytime you're dropping carbs, losing water, electrolytes. Sodium, regular salt's great as well, but this is potassium salt, so getting headaches, low in electrolytes, feeling tired, depleted, doing a protein sparing modified fast, the answer could just be salting your food with potassium salt. Also, speaking of salt, I've got some Bubby's probiotic pickles. So unlike a lot of the store-bought pickles, it is not made with vinegar, so it keeps the probiotics. You can see all that milky brine in there. 0 calories, it says, per half pickle, which is probably closer to 5 calories or something, but basically nothing. So it's a great way to fill your stomach up, get some salt, and sometimes I'll even take a sip of the juice. Great addition. What else? We've got lemon juice. It also says 0 calories, which is for a teaspoon, so probably closer to 5 calories. They have some weird law where if it's under 5 calories, I think it's under 5 calories per serving, they can mark it as 0. So it's not 0 calories, but it's low. And it might sound weird, but what I will actually do, I've got some greens here. Another thing, just greens. Do lots of greens on this diet. And what I actually do, which again sounds weird, is I will get my blender. I'll put greens, ice, lemon juice, and some sort of calorie-free sweetener, whether it's stevia, if you want to use Splenda, whatever. I'll put that in a blender, blend it up, and it's like tastes like a lemonade smoothie, but I'm getting cups of greens in there, and it tastes pretty good. You'd be surprised. Here's one. I don't really recommend doing too much of this, but sometimes it's good to have something in the back, just and in case you're low on options. Probably the only, depending on how strict you are, protein sparing modified fast protein bar that you can have is the David bar, which is 2 grams of fat, 12 carbs, but 7 grams of sugar, alcohol, 28 grams of protein, and 150 calories. So it's not the best choice, and there's something weird about these bars. They put some sort of undigestible fat that can make your stools like orange if you eat a lot. It's kind of weird. I know it's too much information, but I was dealing with that, and it just kind of freaked me out, and I thought I was dying or sick or something. Turns out it's just the weird undigestible fats from David bars. But I try not to do too many of those, but again, if I'm ever in a bind and I just need something, it's good to have around. More fish. This is a go-to for me. 96% lean ground beef. Again, some people want even leaner than 96%, but I figure if you're doing 96%, you're doing pretty good. That's pretty good. It's a first serving, 140 calories, 4.5 grams of fat, 0 carbs, and 24 grams of protein. You could go leaner, but whatever. I like beef, and it's a staple when I do it. So, and on that note, I'll also get, some people will say that don't want to do something like this on a protein sparing modified fast. I think it's fine. Package of taco seasoning. They used to have calorie free that didn't have any of the rice hull or anything like that, but I was not able to find that. So I still got this. It's 6 servings of 15 calories, 3 carbohydrates. Again, if you want to be crazy strict, skip that, but I like to do that with the ground beef, ground turkey, ground chicken, but just make sure that you get the leanest, the 96, 97% lean ground beef. 90-10 is not gonna work for a protein sparing modified fast. Next, I got some turkey bacon, and again, not all turkey bacon is gonna be the same. Some is gonna have higher fat content, so just check the back. This is a good brand, 1 slice, 30 calories, 1.5 grams of fat, and 5 grams of protein. It could be a little better, but that's pretty good. Next, egg whites, always a go-to. And I've got Chobani. Again, something some people will say is too much, but I disagree. This is pretty lean. This is 60 calories, 12 grams of protein, 5 carbs, but 0 sugars. So I'm looking at it. It's got allulose, so I'm thinking that the 5 grams of carbs is probably from the allulose. So it's really almost just pure protein. So I got 2 of the strawberry cheesecake, my favorite, and then I've got Chobani, 0 sugar. There's a couple things I already had, so I'll just show you other, I don't need to show you everything I got, but got some other veggies in the fridge. Chicken breast, of course. These are another one that some people will say no on the protein sparing modified fast, but I think it's gonna, something simple like this makes the diet significantly easier. And really, if you look at the back, it's 1 tortilla, 35 calories, 9 carbohydrates, 7 of those are from fiber, and 2 grams of protein. So some added calories, but very little. And I'll take one of these and I will just, 35 calories, I'll stuff it with as much meat as possible. So that might be a huge amount of turkey breast with some fat-free cheese, some mustard, and that's it. That's what I got today, but you can look at my full list. I'll put a link to my Substack article that has full list of protein sparing modified fast foods that I enjoy. You're just looking for foods that are as low in calories, but high in protein. You're fasting from everything but protein on the fast. So that's kind of the idea behind the diet. So I'll show you one more thing. A couple more go-tos are fish oil. So this is for your essential fatty acids. Of course, it has the calories from the fish oil, but you don't want to skip out on your essential fatty acids. They're called essential fatty acids for a reason, meaning your body can't produce it. You have to get it from your diet. So I always include some of these. 1 serving size is 3 soft gels. I will actually take 5 or 6 a day of these. And then just a men's multivitamin. And that's it. I will stay tuned, subscribe. I'm gonna put out more content. I'm gonna try to put out a short every day on what I'm eating, document my process from day 1 to day 30, and subscribe and join me in the journey.